Hello there, little stinky human being. Allow for me to tell you a tale. The year was 2018. I was casually perusing the site known as DeviantArt. An artist known as the Britannia region was doing a huge art piece starring over 50 ghost-type Fakemon, all created by different artists, including one of mine. And I just thought it was so cool and great that I wanted to do my own ice-type version. It was November at the time, so I figured I'd be able to have it done in time for Christmas. You know, because ice types, they're cold. Snow, it'd be pretty thematically relevant for the end of the year. I didn't have a lot of watchers at the time, so I asked for only 15 entries. 15! That's only 3 hands. You know, take a Machamp, make it a pirate. That many. I guess that was too much to ask for, because it was only the start of 2021, over 2 years later, that I reached enough entries. Plus an extra sneaky one right at the end, bringing the total up to 16. Obviously, I had to wait till Christmas. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if I did the collaboration in, like, February. Valentine's Day doesn't really scream icy. I don't know, maybe it does. Since then, my channel's exploded, I've launched a Discord server, and I figured I'd ask the wonderful people over there if they also wanted to contribute, as I had a lot of time before Christmas. Interestingly, I got exactly 16 from my Discord as well, bringing the total up to 32, plus an extra one of my own mons. I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to include one of my good boys in here. Also, yes, I know it's after Christmas. Yeah, it's after the new year. Shit went down, but we're still within the days of Christmas as I'm recording this. Also, where I'm living, it generally gets colder going forward, so, you know, and I got the image done before now too, so who cares? Get on with it. Once I had all the submissions, I began going through each of them one by one, reading up on any details that were provided, figuring out what they were each about, and then grouping them up with others if possible based on either their looks, inspirations, personalities, or interests. For example, one such mon is Rendaisi, who loves birds and water. Frost Totem is a bird, and Trice has a pool of water at its base, so they all made for a perfect trio. So I got to work doing proper sketches off stream, and I swear to God, my electricity was cut off for literally half a second, not even the blink of an eye, which just completely corrupted the file I was working on, rendering it completely unusable. I started another stream to catch up, and then my power went again, losing everything a second time. Backing up my saves 3 separate times going forward, I made very small, crude representations of all the mons that were submitted, allowing me to drag, position, and scale them all individually, to see what worked best in terms of overall composition. I followed this up by sketching each Fakemon more or less in the pose I wanted them in, then filling them in with a solid colour so that they could each easily be identified among the crowd. I then got the roughs done for 7 of the featured mons, but being the big stupid dope that I am, I had forgotten to upscale my canvas first, which meant that the guys in the back literally looked like big pee-pee poo-poo assaholic bitches. I enlarged the image and started the inking process again from scratch. A lot of hiccups during this, but it's been a good learning experience. Some of the Fakemon I received came with no additional information, however others came with entire backstories, one such being Gravati, an extremely powerful legendary known for crashing icebergs into its enemies, one of which being another legendary, according to an old myth. I happen to have this other legendary, Glaciard, obviously a living glacier, with no additional information provided. Seemed like it'd be a good matchup on that alone, then I realized, you telling me that I've got a giant ape and a big lizard with spikes lining its back? There's no way I couldn't have paired these guys up. Another easy pairing was Frosdigo and a Stantler variant, sharing the exact same typing and inspiration, a Wendigo. Figured these two would traverse the land together, consuming all in their path. I don't know, maybe they get along well with Rendigo, whose inverted colour scheme would blend in well amongst these frozen fiends. In both top corners, we have 2 Fakemon who took inspiration from Hans Christian Andersen's Snow Queen story, Damsnoy and Floroil, who could not have ended up looking more different. Maybe they would command opposing forces against each other, or maybe they want to meet up for afternoon tea. There is a huge unanimous gathering of lads on the left of the canvas, with all the fluffy guys up front, with Mamountain being both fluffy and a mammoth, pairing that with Sarcophant, who has the adorable Sybaski testing their bite strength with its tail. Some mountain-based Pokemon are hanging out near or even leaping around on top of this Pachyderm pair, including Avalmot, Mount Ice, Carabo, and the elusive Friolet, the only mythical submitted and one of the few shiny forms that I received. Mythicals are so rare anyway, so I figured I may as well have made it a shiny, plus the dark colour scheme is a nice change of pace from all the traditionally bright ice types. At the very front of this group, we have Cerberus, who is one head playing tug-of-war with Thaikine, while the other just can't handle Sarox's depressing demeanor. Fronair is here too, crunching on a carrot while it chills out. One of the more interesting mons that was submitted was Spectachill, an absolutely enormous, purposely vague behemoth. Is it an Ultra Beast? A Legendary? Some sort of Reggie? As the details provided weren't clear, I decided that neither would this guy, being a vague, gargantuan, looming presence in the background, peeking over the horizon. Two icy bugs with ties to the moon, Eklopaka and Drastier, made an obvious pairing, with one striking an almost Batman-like pose, while the other screams in rage as it hurtles through the night sky. Two of the speediest mons, Excalibur and Skelligo, are in a race of life and death. Or maybe just for fun, who knows? Their skiing antics have gotten the triple-headed frost trays all spun around. The first Fakemon I received and the final of the first 16 were both legendaries and paired up together. Logosir, the logical Pokemon, pondering what exactly Vertrost is supposed to be. Two of the Fakemon submitted are related to already existing Pokemon, with our previously mentioned Stantler variant and also Polaran, an Ice-Steel evolution to Beartic. They're up front, jamming and jiving with the ice fighting types Wulsicle and Tikozan. Why did I make this trio dance? Who knows? I tried to keep all the Fakemon pretty one-to-one with the images I received. However, when I saw the Ice Electric type Festively, I knew that I just had to have it framing the entire image, making it almost resemble a seasonal postcard. Gorgeous. Seems like we're nearly done here, so let's get around to some trivia. The most common typing was... Ice! Fuck! The most common dual typing was Ice and Ghost, with 6 being submitted overall. Guess Frostlass has some new friends now. Overall, there were 7 legendaries. The most common word used in the naming of the Fakemon was Frost, with Frost Totem, Frosdigo, Frosttress, and Vertrost. All of which ended up being placed near each other, which was entirely unintentional. God, I love coincidences. And there it is. Thank you everyone who submitted an entry for this. I apologize that it took years to make, and even when I promised that it'd be out for Christmas, we got a bit delayed there too. But look, the video's out anyway, the image exists. If you watch it next Christmas, it'll be seasonal. Maybe you're still in the Christmas spirit. Some people leave their decorations up all year. What am I talking about? I may end up doing another one of these eventually, so if you want to take part, be sure to join my Discord. There's a link in the description. Be sure to stick around and check out all the artists who participated. There's a lot of fun designs in here that I really, really like. I know it's late, but I do wish everybody a happy new year. I hope to make lots and lots of fun videos for you guys this year, and I'm gonna stop going off on a tangent. I've been Deadbedspread, and all the best.